Well, good evening, everybody. This is WBKB Meteorologist Ryan Crump. I hope you all have a good evening so far. Yesterday, we saw a little bit of snow in the area. Some areas picked up a little bit over an inch. But all that snow is gone. Now, the temperatures have warmed up very nicely today. We saw temperatures making it into the 50s in some spots. Today, we made it to the 50s. Tomorrow, we're going to see 60s. And even Wednesday, we could see upper 50s and lower 60s before we begin to see changes in the area. And that's going to be a result of a cold front that's going to pass through the area and bring us a wetter into our week and a cooler into our week as well. I'll show you that in my 7-day forecast. Alpena saw a high temperature of 50 degrees today. Overnight low got down to 25. 66 was the record high back in 2012. And back in 1950 was the record low, and that occurred, it was negative 15 degrees. Now, since time has gone forward, sunrise is at 7:51 a.m. and sunset is at now 7:36 p.m. So days are beginning to get longer. We are only a few days away, or actually a week away, so from spring arriving into the area where we're going to get 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night, and the rays of the sun will be directly over the equator, giving us exactly 12 hours a day and night, as I just mentioned. And of course, we're going to start our spring and summer, and South America will start their fall and their winter. And it's going to feel a lot like spring. And according to these temperatures here, we're talking about much warmer temperatures than what we saw 24 hours ago, where we were struggling to get out of the 30s in some spots. And even though with the sunshine, it still was quite chilly. It was 20 degrees warmer in Onward, 21 in Atlanta, 23 in Mile, and 13 in Harrisville, 18 degrees warmer in Taiwan, 13 in Alpena than what we saw 24 hours ago, 21 in West Branch. We're going to wake up to quite a bit of a chilly day to start our day, a chilly start to our day. Then we're going to warm up really nicely as we go through the afternoon hours into the evening hours. And we're going to see 60s after we was in the 20s in the early morning hour. And we're going to be down to only 52 as we go through the evening hours. So the next 5 days, well, we're going to see temperatures that are going to be quite warm for this time of the year. Average high, keep in mind, is 38 degrees. And we're going to drop all the way down to around average, so slightly below average on a Thursday or Friday. But then we're going to begin to warm up. Now, looking ahead, we're going to see that it's going to be quite average, not really warm, but not really chilly. So it's going to be right around average as we go through the next 6 to 10 days in terms of our temperatures. But why? Our winds really drive our temperatures here, guys. So we're talking about well above average temperatures, and that's because our winds are coming out of the south and southwest. That's going to continue at least for the next 2 or 3 days before the winds shift back around to the northwest, and that's going to be due to a cold front. You're going to see that here on our future wind speed forecast here. Now, it's going to be out of the south-southwest for the next couple of days, Tuesday into Wednesday, but they're going to see it shift because the cold front going to cut through the area. Winds are going to pick up, and our rain chances are going to increase into the area too as we go through the end of this week. That's why it's going to be cooler and it's going to be wetter too in the forecast. So you see that here on my futurecast. A warm front going to cut through the area. That's why winds are going to turn around to the southwest, bringing in warm area from the Gulf of Mexico. And then as we go through the day or Thursday, you're going to begin to see that cold front come through the area, and that's going to knock our temperatures down, begin to knock our temperatures down, and we're going to see winds turn around to the northwest, and that's going to bring us some cooler air into the region. Yes, rain chances are going to return back into the forecast on our Thursday and even into our Friday as well. As you will see, rain chances are going to be with us, not so much tomorrow and Wednesday, but more so as we go through our Thursday. So partly cloudy skies is going to be the forecast for tonight. Overnight lows will be pretty typical for this time of year. 31 degrees in Roger City, 26 in Alpena, 28 in Osceola, 30 in Tawas. Tomorrow, we're going to be much warmer than what we saw yesterday. Even today, the high temperatures are going to be about 56 in Roger City, 61 in Alpena, 59 in Osceola, 58 in Tawas, 64 in Mile and West Branch, 65 in Atlanta. Winds will be coming out of the south at 5 to 15 miles an hour. 62 is what I have forecast tomorrow. And then 56 on Wednesday. We'll still have a shot to get to 60 on a Wednesday before changes come along the way on Thursday and on Friday. And we'll still be relatively warm on Saturday, but then we cool off a little bit as we go through the early part of next week. And look at it, we're back down to the 30s as we go through the early part of next week with snow in the forecast. Well, this has been WBKB Meteorologist Ryan Crump. I hope you have a good evening.